Hey everyone, it's Lisa, and it is very early in the morning here. My kids have not even gotten up. I had to take Bridgie to the vet this morning. She's had some issues, but so many questions about the BB creams that I thought I would just give you my opinion, tell you why I like them better than any foundation. I can promise you that I have not touched another foundation since the very day that I got the sample that Gina sent me. And that says a lot. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to be having not really a blog sale, because I don't have a blog, but I might put a few things, just like some of my foundations that I have barely used. Maybe that, let's see, that brush, not my Louise Young, I'll never get rid of that. The other one, I can't remember what it's called, but that big, hard to get, expensive brush. I might put a few things on my page. And what you'll need to do is, if you want them, just send me a message that you want it with your PayPal email address, so I can send you an invoice. And, you know, we'll do that, and then I'll take it off as soon as it's sold. But I might put a few things on my channel page. So anyway, what I thought I would do today is just kind of swatch the three that I have. I feel very content with these. I feel like this is a good range, and I can honestly say no matter which one I pick up, I am just so happy with the results, and that's the way it's been from the beginning. Let me tell you why I like the BB cream and what it is different in that than just any foundation. One, I'm not using any sunscreen or primer at all. So it is literally taking the place of any primer, sunscreen, and it's the foundation. And depending on which one that you get, they have different properties that lighten the skin, you know, work on wrinkles, you know, just all kinds of good things. I'm not sure, I should have probably done some research, but you can look up all of them and read the different things. Some of these, like this bottle, I can't even read at all. But I noticed the other day I went to go get a refill on some of my Baji stuff, and she was saying, well, a lot of people in the summer go to this, and it was the, I don't know, that new product, the skin, it doesn't have, it's the alternative to hydroquinone. And what it is, it's kojic acid and, you know, licorice, all the things that are skin brightening. And that's what a lot of these BB creams have in them. So you really feel like you're getting, you know, some good ingredients for lightening pigment, you know, just anti-aging properties. And that's what made me originally get this one, which is the Cho Bo Yang from Misa. Is I read about this one in my Marie Claire, and they were talking about how ahead the, you know, Koreans and Asian markets were, how far ahead of us, the U.S. market, in skincare and makeup. And this is the one that they mentioned for aging skin, and it has a lot of anti-aging properties. I got because so many people talked about it, and Gina said that it was so good. And it's SPF 42 PA+++, which I guess is some big strong sunscreen. But like I said, they have just been wonderful with me going out on the beach and, you know, getting sun all over my body, and then I don't get any on my face, which is great. It's not that I would not love to have a tan face, but one time out in the sun and all of my dark patches will come back. All the work that I've done, and I've worked on so hard, so that's why I'm real protective over my face. I'll start off with the first one I got, which was the Super Beblish Balm BB Cream, Triple Functions, Whitening, UV Protecting, and Wrinkle Free, Skin 79. Okay, this is the one, let's see if I can get I'm going to try to put them side by side. This is the one that is so gray. When you put it on, it's really gray looking, and there's only one color. There's not a couple of shades to this. So that's the way it looks when you first put it on. And one thing about these is when you put them on, it doesn't feel like makeup. It is the smoothest feeling, and they just go right in. And I will say this, when I was at the beach, there was a much better mirror and lighting. I think it's because I could get so much closer, and the lighting was just directly over my mirror, and I could just see, you know, the pores on my face. Well, I could also see when I put this BB cream on how it just filled in those pores and just really acted as a pore refining primer. I mean, it really did. So there you go. That's how that looks. The next one I got was the Misa Chobo Yang, and I'm pretty sure you can go to the Misha website, MISSHA, and you can get, there was a little trial package where you got this and maybe something else in there. But you know, I got mine off a different, I think I got this one off of eBay. I got this one, I believe, off of Amazon, and then my friend in Singapore sent me one, and then this one I got off of Amazon. And so, you know, you can get them pretty much anywhere. Okay, so this is the Chobo Yang, and I believe this one might be a little thicker and have maybe just a little more coverage. They're just so creamy. I don't know if you can tell. They're just, it's unbelievable. And they're not like makeup where you feel like you really have to blend it into your hairline. They just kind of blend right off, you know, into your hairline. And so that is that one. And you can see just the amount of coverage I got with that one little squirt. So, and then the last one I got is the Misha Perfect Cover, and this is the number 23, and the Chobo Yang was color 2. It was the darker of the two. Okay, I think this is my darkest one. And this one is extremely creamy too. This one I think would have the most coverage of all of them. You can see, of course, my hand is much darker than my face, so they're going to look too light on my hand. Okay, but you can see how well that covers and how it kind of fills in the pores and gives that shine. Okay, what's important to note here is I never use these without putting something over it. My favorite thing to use, and what I use today, you have to excuse my crazy slicked on hair, what I used today was my loose Laura Mercier minerals, and what that does is it puts the warmth back in that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go dust my hand with that. The brush that I like to use, and it's the Sephora Professional 55 airbrush, and I just got it real clean so it was real fluffy, and my natural beige, so I just get a little bit on my brush and I just swirl it on. I don't really have to buff it in, but I just swirl it on my face all over. I usually just have to dip my brush twice, and you can see that just creates just like perfect coverage. And then I go in with my bronzer, which I've been loving, the Park Avenue Princess, and then my blush, and you can either Fix Plus or not Fix Plus, either way. That was the vet. It's time to pick up Bridget. So anyway, I was just looking at my hand while I was talking on the phone. That is much more product than I would have on my face. That's why it looks so, it almost looks too white or something like that. But, so this is an important factor. Don't think that I'm just putting on the BB cream and then going out the door. I have to put something over it in order to get the, not even the coverage, but just the look, the warmth back in it, and the just the finish that I want. You know, you have to powder over it. And another thing is this lasts forever. Even when I would go out on the beach and come back in, my makeup would almost, I mean, it would just be perfect. And at the end of the day, when I go to wash it off, it is exactly like it looked in the morning. So it's very long lasting, and you know I have a, you know, combination skin. I'm not extremely oily or dry. I'm pretty much just normal with a little bit of an oily T-zone. So, and it gives a very luminous finish. I have on no, you know, highlighters. I kind of like the just natural highlight. I don't prefer a, you know, highlighted look, because sometimes I think it accents wrinkles, and to me that's more of a, I don't know, something I do more in cold weather than in the summer. That explains pretty much what I think about it. As far as, you know, which one you should get, I really like them all. On days that I do think this would be a great one because of its gray cast to cancel out redness if you have a lot of redness in your skin. This would be the least coverage, and I just think this one's a good one to start off with. This one, because they do have, I mean, don't think that they don't have makeup properties in them. I believe they have, like, you know, powder in there that is just like a foundation would. This one, the Chobo Yang, I believe is has the most anti-aging ingredients, and it's for older skin. But really, I think if I had to pick two, it would be these two for you to try. This one is just a really good one, and I love the color of this number 23. It just seems to be a little bit more like my skin. It's not as, you know, hard to rub in or anything. And let's see what it says. Offers novel skincare. I've already read all this stuff to you. So, of course, I can't read the stuff on the back. So I hope that answers some of your questions. They're not very expensive. I really think it's just worth a shot. I love that I can take them, you know, when I put it on, I put it all over my eyelids, and I really, you know, go up underneath my eyes. And of course, I do put on the Giorgio Armani corrector first, because that just corrects a lot of that darkness. But they're just so creamy. There's just something about them. They're not slick like a foundation. They are just so creamy, like a thick, almost like La Mer, like a real rich moisturizing balm is how they feel when they go on. And when I saw how they were filling in the pores when I was at the beach in that mirror, I really realized that might be, you know, one of the true things that I like about it, because it really does give you a just flawless finish. So I hope that helps. I'm going to do a quick crazy outfit of the day, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what I have on today, and it is just a t-shirt that I got at Forever 21. I've been very impressed. I've washed and dried it and has not fallen apart. And these are the shorts that I got at New York & Company. I love them. They're good and loose, and I don't have a belt on because I'm wearing my shirt out, which I probably should, but I'm just going to be running around today. And then these are the Jessica Simpson shoes that I adore. And I love those little stripes because I feel like that gives it kind of a sporty feel. And they are just so comfortable. And I just, you know, I love new shoes. So I really recommend it. For accessories, I just threw on these earrings that one of my subscribers sent me that I love, and they're Daisy Fuentes from Kohl's, and I just saw them in there the other day. I have enjoyed these. And no rings, my wedding ring. I don't even have on a watch yet. This nail polish I adore. It is the Revlon. I cannot remember the name, but I will put it below, and I just love it. Such a pretty color blue. And oh, this is the lipstick, one of the other lipsticks. This is South Beach from the Susan Posnick, and I just adore these lipsticks. I mean, no gloss or anything. I put the lipstick on first, and then I barely went around the edges with my beloved Catrice Nude Rose. So I haven't mixed the colors in. The Nude Rose is just on the edge, so that's the true color and the true shine, and I love these lipsticks. I can't say enough good about them. So, and no fragrance yet. I think today I'm just going to run errands. I've got to go pick up Bridget and go to the post office and go get some lunch, all the normal things. But one thing I wanted to update you on is thanks so much for all of your feedback on the Fit Flops and the Sketcher Shape Ups and all that kind of good stuff. And for as much good stuff as I heard about them, I heard some bad, you know, horror stories about those things too. And I think it all comes down to, just like everything in life, it's moderation. You can't wear high heels every day. You shouldn't wear flats every day. Because I had a lot of people tell me that wearing flip-flops and Uggs, you know, constantly will, you know, make your feet spread and, you know, make your feet too flat. And I believe that too. I think that we all need, you know, balance. So what I have done is I have gotten my butt back on my elliptical, and I've been doing that about every other night for 20 minutes, and I've been doing one of the programs on there, so it's pretty tough. And my fit flops have turned out to be my high heels. Like today, I will wear these heels everywhere I go, and you will be amazed if you do that. If you will wear some heels, you know, a couple of days a week, you'll be amazed at how your legs will hurt at night and then start shaping up. With continuing to wear the high heels, just, you know, finding these comfortable ones and being on the elliptical, that will be all that I need. But thanks for all your feedback, and I hope you guys have a great Tuesday, and I will see you real soon. Bye-bye.